We're now turning to Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Caitlin Harvey, who is tracking some cooler temperatures this morning. Caitlin, but layers is the way to go today because we're really going to be warming up quite a bit.
That's right. Starting off chilly this morning, but this afternoon will be very similar to what we saw yesterday, just adding a few clouds into the mix. So as you are heading out the door into Jackson, Josephine, and Curry counties, starting off with temperatures near freezing for some of us. Ashland this morning, 33 degrees, right into the mid-30s for Medford as well as Grants Pass, and 40s and 50s out along the coast, all with a little bit of patchy fog. For those of us in Siskiyou County, 20s and 30s for many of us. Still pretty chilly out there this morning with Montague at 27 degrees. Happy Camp 35 degrees this morning with that air quality unhealthy for sensitive groups. We're into the 20s and 30s for many of our locations as we head into the Klamath Basin. Teens as we get started at Lakeview. So again, definitely needing to bundle up. But as we head into your election day forecast, tracking cold temperatures this morning, giving way to mild conditions by the lunch hour, back into the upper 50s. 4 p.m. pushing the upper 60s and lower 70s. And as polls are set to close as we head into this evening, expect temperatures to drop into the 50s. Still staying dry today, partly cloudy, with some more haze, of course. That air stagnation advisory still remains in effect till 4 p.m. tomorrow, all for this poor mixing of very light winds leading to accumulating pollutants, especially for our west side valleys. Seeing hazy skies, all due to prescribed burns, wood-burning stoves, and even cars as we head into today. Now, out along the coast, we won't see that poor mixing be much of an issue. Tracking winds out of the north up to about 15 miles per hour with temperatures into the 60s today. Expect increase in clouds into northern California with highs into the 60s and 70s with more haze and light winds. Partly cloudy today with a mild afternoon after this frosty start into the Klamath Basin. 66 are high today at Lakeview and 67 degrees at Klamath Falls. For the southern Oregon, Cascades and Siskiyous, we're into the 50s, 60s, and 70s today, all with increasing passing clouds and a little bit of haze. And for those of us in the Rogue Valley, back into the lower 70s today, expecting a mix of sun and clouds and some more haze thanks to these light winds. Heading into the next several days, though, our latest forecast models that I've been checking all morning still look very warm. Still staying nearly 10 degrees above average for this time of year, especially heading into this weekend. Looking to stay dry, still with a few clouds and a bit of haze. But if you're heading out to Dancing with the Rogue Valley Stars on Saturday at North Medford High School, featuring Newswatch 12's very own Alicia Rubin, expect partly cloudy skies, mild temperatures for the matinee show and the 60s, the evening show back into the 50s, still pretty cool. Heading into the next 7 days, though, expecting partly cloudy skies mainly along the coast, with not a whole lot of fluctuation in those temperatures, still into the upper 60s and lower 70s. Election day today for Siskiyou County, high up to about 70 degrees, but staying dry and hazy for those of us in the Klamath Basin. Cool this morning, but pretty warm this afternoon with temperatures back into the mid and upper 60s. Working our way into the southern Oregon, Cascades and Siskiyous, partly cloudy today. Light winds and temperatures back into the lower 60s and upper 60s and lower 70s today for your election Tuesday for Jackson and Josephine County. 71, really not feeling too bad.
No, definitely not. Very similar to what we saw yesterday. So it's just making it through the cold temperatures this morning.
That's right.
Thank you, Caitlin.